Hello, how's everybody doing? I'm Michelle, and if we haven't met before, we should have met before. But I'm also recording over on YouTube, so um, we are doing the social media summit training, and I am I want to see that I'm actually in here and functioning. So just give me a second here. I'm assuming I'm on both places. We're gonna find out. If you're around, stop in and say hello. And love to welcome you. This is really weird. That's interesting. I've got a live button on my personal profile on Facebook. But of course, this is streaming in the group. I think that's kind of cool. I don't know. Anyway, there we go. Hello, hello, hello. I think that's kind of cool. I don't know. All right, so we'll shut that off over there. Anyway, so we are going to actually just be talking about, I'm going to be kind of brief today, and there's a reason for that. I will not divulge, but I will say this. I, I may have limited time tonight. That's all I can say about that. Okay. And if you need to know any more about it, feel free to send me a direct message and I'll tell you all about it. But I wanted to talk to you tonight about the takeaways I have from the social media summit. And we're going to do part one tonight, you guys. So, um, because I need to be brief, and there was enough action packed content just in the first segment. So, the first segment was with Fraser Brooks. I don't know if you're familiar with Fraser. He's kind of a neat guy. I like him. I don't really follow him per se, but I have caught a training or two of his. I'm familiar with the way he talks, and I think he's very relatable. He says he's from Liverpool, and he lives in Dubai, and he is a network marketing trainer. And it was interesting because somewhere along the lines he actually said that he really got start with his brand when he started was helping people with social media profile overhauls. So that's what he did for people, starting out with a brand, and then he increased his brand from there. So he built from there, and the rest is history. He's got books, he speaks on stages, he does all the things. Okay, and so the social media masterclass was put on the 27th. I'm losing track of my time, whatever day that was. Oh, it was Saturday, right? I think it was Saturday. And I tuned in. And it actually went over. So that was kind of interesting. It was slated to go from I'm Eastern Standard Time, so it was supposed to be 11 to 1 Pacific time. So for me that's 2 to 5. Um or 2 yeah, 2 to 5. No, it's supposed to be, maybe it was supposed to be 2 hours. I'm not sure. But anyway, it went over. I had to bail out. Whatever it was supposed to be, it went over. So, and then they did the last bit of it, and I paid for the recording so I can go back and just kind of catch what all is there. And if you miss little, because all the trainers said, more than once, we're moving fast, we have to move fast. If you need to ask questions or you need more information, if you miss something, you're gonna have to go back and watch the replay. So that's what I paid for. You had to pay for the replay, and it's worth it. There really was a lot of really good training. It wasn't one of those deals where you have to you just get a little bit. So you really did get a lot. So I'm going to go through the first part with Fraser, and we're just going to go down through here and see what you can get out of it. I was going to try to share I don't know if I'm going to have the ability to do it though. Um, I'm going to see if I can actually share my extra. I might be able to do it. I'm going to see if I can share this. Oh, connected to um I don't know if it's going to let me share it or not. We're going to find out. I think so, because I've got it on this. Okay. I don't know. Oh, I want to share my screen though. So I have to do something special to do that. So I may just pop back in here and record a little something. Or I can try to, yeah, if there's a way to share just your screen on your phone. I forget how to do it though. So I guess I'll probably have to um, just put screenshots. I'll put some screenshots up in the I'm going to put some screenshots up in the files or the files tab. So for you guys on YouTube, um, I'm sharing this into my Facebook profile, and there is we have a live working group over here on Facebook, and you can actually get in here and do some work and make some progress. So there's little action assignments, little like homework assignments that you can do, and you can just learn and grow that way. So, and I'll put the link, I'll put the link from to Facebook to the group, and so you can be a part of that. And so, anyway, back to the social media masterclass. I'll put some screenshots up. There's one particular thing he talked about. It's an app. I was going to try to share it, but I have to learn how to share the screen again. So I'll just put some screenshots up in the files tab, okay, or else underneath this video or something. All right, so let's get to it. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Don't mean to do that. So, all right, so this is with Fraser Brooks, okay, and so he talked about how to his main focus was on how to build your Facebook profile and what to put on there, what to put in your bio, and that kind of stuff. Okay. Facebook, he talked a little bit about Instagram and TikTok. Okay. And so I'm just going to go down through and just kind of go over what he talked about. So he said, for Facebook, this is for Facebook. You want a cover photo. Okay. So I'm just going to we're going to go take a look at his for a second. So I'm going to go over here on Facebook, and we're going to, because he showed his, and I want to make sure that I do it justice. Okay. And so I'll be sharing his profile here in a minute. Okay, here we go. I'll share my screen. I'm going to go over here, share this. Okay, so you should be able to see this. So what he talked about was how to set up your profile over on Facebook. And you can you talked a little bit about how to do this over on TikTok as well. So we'll focus here on Facebook first. So he says you need a nice cover photo, right? And it needs to tell your audience what it is you do, how you help, okay? And so he's got his picture here. This is like a billboard, you guys, for your business right here. This is, when you're driving down the street and you see a billboard, right? Well, people pay money. Companies pay money to get their business up on this billboard, right? So, but you get this for free on Facebook. So make sure you make a good use out of it. And so you're going to put your whatever it is you do, you're going to put your profile up. You're going to put your business up here, okay? Or whatever it is that was going to resonate with what you do with your audience. So he talked about, maybe you're very team focused. If that's the case, you put a team picture up. Maybe you work with dogs or you're a dog lover, you're going to be talking about dogs. Whatever it is, whatever your brand is, make sure you get it up here. So he is a network marketing trainer, so obviously that's what he has here, right? Then he talks about the profile photo, and this is where I wanted to get the app. So their profile photo should make you look recognizable. So it's going to be this, he talked about his smile. It's always the same open mouth smile. So he actually did this. So this, he says, is done with Photo Room. So that is the actual, if you want to take a note of that, Photo Room. Like I said, I'm going to try to put some screenshots up. It's a free app, but like everything, there's a paid version of the app too, but you can get a lot of good stuff for free. So you can do this background in different colors for free. Okay. So, and it makes the picture pop out. So that's what he talked about. And you're going to use the same picture on your various social media platforms. Okay. So make sure that you look recognizable, and he uses Photo Room for that. Your bio, and we're going to scroll down to his bio. Your bio is, you are on a mission to help. Okay. Or you help people too, whatever it is your brand is, whatever it is you're there to help people with. Okay, so in his case, he's on a mission to help network marketers set their business on fire using social media. So that's his brand. That's what he does. So maybe your brand is going to be something different, whatever it is that you do. So whatever that brand is, you want to make sure you have that brand statement in here, that mission statement, that how you help statement. Because according to him, what happens is people are going to look at this cover photo, and they're going to come down here to your intro or your bio, and they're going to make a decision about whether they want to follow you or not. Okay. So, and then he has this follow me. He says it's very important to invite people to message you or follow you so that you can open a dialogue, because as you grow and people feel like maybe you're somebody that's unapproachable because you're growing your audience, you're growing your brand. And so people may have the misconception that you are not approachable. So he makes it very clear, especially on TikTok, that you want to make sure that people have a number or a way of reaching you. Okay, we'll talk more about that. All right, and then you want to do a pinned post. A pinned post. This is something I haven't done, and I know some people are doing it. So he's teaching a pinned post, and you can see here, this is, I don't know that this is his. I don't know if he's got a pin. I don't see a pin on here. I could be wrong. But anyway, if you've seen a pinned post before, you would know, it would be very recognizable that it's a pinned post. So, but anyway, you want to have a pinned post on here on your social media, on Facebook. And the purpose of the pinned post is to, again, explain what it is you do, how you're there to help somebody. So, so the formula is sort of writing a post with a professional looking photo. So you want to get a photo out of yourself, a nice photo. And, you want to tell who you are, how you help, and what your audience can expect from following your content. So this on social media is all about creating conversation, right? It's about getting followers, getting an audience, attracting an audience, and then and starting conversations. So you definitely want to be in the place where you're telling people what it is that you help them do. Okay. So again, that formula is, you write a post with your professional looking photo or a good photo of yourself, a high quality photo, and your post is going to be who you are, how you help, and what your audience can expect following your content. Okay, so I'm going to take you over to mine. So I'm going to try to show you how you pin a post. I'm going to share this. I think, well, I don't know. Maybe it's, I think over on StreamYard. Yeah, so it just flipped over to mine. It does different things if you were just doing like Facebook Messenger, which I do a lot of calls on. So we're going to go to, if you go to, like, here's a post, right? And if I wanted to, I could click these three little dots and I can pin this post. Okay. And what that does is that keeps that post at the top for as long as you're going to keep it there. So maybe it doesn't show up as it doesn't really say pin post, does it? So, yeah, it does. It says it up here. So I don't know if maybe on his, I just missed it or something. So that's what it is. It's a pin post. It's going to stay there until you take it down. But this pin post again should be, again, I'm just sorry to be sort of beat a dead horse. uh, um, how you help. Oh, who you are. So you can explain who you are. That could be as simple as I'm Michelle, I'm a mom, I'm a grandma, I'm this, I'm that. How you help people, right? So I teach, I help network marketers with a daily action plan and accountability. Okay. And then what they can expect following your content. So that would be for me, it'd be posts about business, business building, how to stay accountable, how to go about a daily action plan, that kind of thing. Right. Okay. All right. So then he says, you're going to go back through your social media and you're going to scroll down through here, right? So you see a lot of stuff. This right here is just something I shared for a friend of mine, and only she can see it when she ever gets in there and looks at it. And then you're going to scroll back through here. You're going to take a look and see if you got anything that, like, if you go back in your photos, anything that people can click on that would be something that would not be very professional looking or would display you in a bad light. Okay, I don't think I have anything like that here, even though it's a bunch of old stuff. But if you had anything that what he said was show you drunk on your friend's couch or something like that from 12 years ago, you want to get rid of those. So make sure you get that anything like that off your social media. Okay, so you want to get obsessed with the number of conversations. Conversations beats views. Okay. That's what he says. I'm going to stop sharing the screen here for a second. And all right. So conversations beats views. Okay. So your goal on social media is to be a part of a conversation, to start a conversation, however that is, in your post, over in groups, that kind of thing. You want to be starting conversations. That's the most important thing you can do, right? Okay, so then you want to get obsessed with the number of conversations. So then he talked about on TikTok, what should your profile look like on TikTok? And I don't know if I could get into my TikTok here. I think I can. I don't think I've tried it here lately. Let's see if I could get in. Okay, it does let me in here. We'll see if it logs me in. This is a newer computer, and I can't say on here. I don't have. We're just gonna try to mute that. There we go. Hopefully you can still hear me, but I definitely don't want that. You don't want to listen to that. So I'm gonna try to actually just get in here, I guess, before I share it, and hopefully you didn't. That didn't all go. All right, so I'm sorry, I'm not very good at walking and talking. In the meantime, I'm going to just try to talk while he, uh, shared his tips while I'm getting in here. And so what he talked about was you want the same profile photo that you have, okay? The same profile photo that you have. You want to make it kind of even across the board with your social media, even though some parts of it are going to be a little bit different. And then you want to make sure your profile picture is the same. And his bio, the bio is similar or slightly tweaked uh, on TikTok because if you are if you were on TikTok, so one of the things he did mention, I'm gonna just back up a second. Facebook is still king for recruiting. Instagram is all about building your brand. So once you figure out what your brand is, who you're there to help, it's a great place to be for building your brand. TikTok is for customer acquisition. So uh, come out here to TikTok if you want to build a good customer base. YouTube is like automation. The thing about YouTube is there's a whole description field that when you have put your video up, and then you can write whatever you want to in that description field on your video. You can add you can add links, you can do all kinds of things. So people might find you from a video you might have done a couple years back, and they can still click links and find you. So that's the thing with YouTube is it's great for automating. Okay, and I guess I'm gonna have to. Yeah, it's not letting me in right now. And I'm not really good at walking and talking and chewing gum at the same time. So your bio on you don't have a whole lot of characters on TikTok to put a bio in. So if you're there to help people with, whatever your product is, you can tweak that bio to say something about that. All right. And then the first post that you're going to do is you are going to you have the ability to put up 3 pinned posts on TikTok. I think what I'm gonna do, this is kind of a weird way to do this. And I'm gonna mute this a little bit for lack of being able to get on here. I'm gonna hold my phone up. So hopefully you can see this, okay? So if you can see the TikTok, right? So I do not have a pinned post up here on TikTok yet. But I'm going to work on that. Okay, so if you can see that, that's a place for pinned posts, right? That top line there, and you can see this little section right here that tells you. So this is your little bio. You don't get a lot of characters here, and you have to have a certain number of followers to even be able to put a link up there. Um, I keep kicking fake accounts off, so I don't have a lot of followers. But I'm working on it. Just a little bit more consistency out here. But so this is the profile picture he's talking about. And then your bio. And so these are the places where you can pin a post, this top line right here. So your first pin post can be um, things about you, all about you, your family, your hobbies, your this, your that, anything about you. So people get to know you. Okay. Number 2, how you help other people. So it should be about how you help other people, what you're there to do to help other people. And number 3, the results. Share your results, whatever your results are. If you're not successful yet, you can use your team results, okay? So just make sure that you share some results that way because people when they're going to follow you, they want to know that you're worth following. Okay. So if you be new to something and you can be piggybacking off of somebody else's results on your team. Okay. If you're doing, um, if you're doing products. All right. So in this particular case, this is my brand. So in my third post, I would say who I've helped and how I've helped them. Right. Okay. So that's that. He says you don't want to use a link tree. You don't want to use a milkshake because what you want to do is you want to be having people come to you for conversations. So your go-to point would be, and I'm going to just kind of go to his, if I could find his. Your go-to is going to be just to put a link to some place where people can get in touch with you. It could be Facebook, Messenger, okay? He mentioned like WhatsApp. And so he, right here's his, right? Hopefully you can see that. I'll try to get it up here. And he has you can get a newsletter of his. And he says he is a mentor, speaker, author, podcaster. Join my free newsletter. So that's his. Join his newsletter. But you want to encourage people to be able to reach out to you. So he has a message button right here. All right. He says that Facebook Messenger is a way better platform, or even WhatsApp or some other messaging system, because TikTok Messenger is not necessarily all that great. Okay. And it's just not real. It's not real efficient. So, and it's hard to know when people are actually sending you messages. So so anyway, have a link to go to your Facebook Messenger or some other way for people to get in touch with you. Okay. Then talked about the profile photo that pops, pin posts, and how to get more followers. All right. How do you get more followers? And he talked about how you can you be real specific on who you're helping, right? And then build around that statement, that brand statement. So if you help women lose weight, let's just say you help women lose weight, okay, or you help women. So if you're helping women lose weight, you're going to have different little. He drew a circle, which is who you help, okay, and then circles within the circle. All right. And that's all it. So the inside are the themes. Okay. So maybe helping women lose weight. Okay. It could be diet. Diet is one way you're going to help people lose weight. Exercise. Okay. Products. Whatever little circles that you have in there, it could be different things or different little buckets of things to help people within this bigger brand of who you help. Okay. And your branding is a promise. Just so you know, your branding is a promise to your audience. Your branding is a promise to your audience, so they know exactly what they're going to get from you. Okay. That's what he said. All right. So big circle, if you figuring out your brand, who it is you're helping, and all the different ways that you can connect with them and help them. Okay. All right. So that was that part. The circles. So there's circles within those little circles. The circles within those little circles are stories. People love stories, you guys. I know I've said this before. So people love stories. And so if you want to talk about, how you help people lose weight, you share a testimonial or whatever story in that those different circles, right? All right. And so when you're telling stories again, and this is we kind of went over this last week with your stories, you want to share a struggle. And you share a struggle before you share the celebration, because the struggle is always what captivates people, right? People love knowing, they love the rags to riches type stories. So we call that, last week we called that a hero story. It's your hero story, or anybody's hero story. Goes from the struggle, and you really want to agitate that struggle, and then the over to the triumph, right? Over to the success. So that's how you can tell. That's how you can tell stories. Um, Finding more prospects. So this was kind of cool too. So this was one example of how you can find prospects using Facebook groups. And he said it was shared to him by Angel Fletcher. So how you can find prospects in groups. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see my little, I'm going to try to hold it up here. You see these little circles right here, right? Those circles are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There's 5. It says take something that you're interested in, something you can relate to. It doesn't have to be business related. It doesn't have to be related to your product. Okay. And you are going to find, let's just say you like to travel. And that was one example that he gave, travel. Okay. You're going to find 5 groups. You're going to find a travel group, and then you're going to find another group that's within travel, but might be a different topic. Okay. And so you're going to find 5 of these groups. And on Monday, you're going to go in the group, and you're going to find out what posted really well. And you're going to judge that by the number of comments that it got. And you're going to take that post, and on Tuesday, you're going to put that post in the other group, and then the other group, and then the other group, and the other group. Okay. And then on Tuesday, you're going to find in that second group the post that did really well. And you're going to take that post and you're going to post it in the other 4 groups. Wednesday, the same thing. So you get the idea, right? Those are all your leads, guys. All the comments that you get from those posts. And those are people you can connect with, right? Because you share a common interest with them. They don't have to be business builders. You know, they could just be people that get to know you. And so you could do this with, there are not a lot of great business related groups as far as entrepreneurship, but there are a few. So, but this would really work well with the things that the things that interest you, okay? Your hobbies, your passions, the things you like to do. Because I'll tell you what, if I go into a group, I'm involved with a couple of, and I work a couple of groups that are entrepreneurship related. Let's say I start a conversation with somebody. I always check their profile first, because if I can't find anything to connect with them on, then we're not going to be able to have much of a conversation very long. Okay. We could probably have one conversation, but as far as keeping a relationship going, it's going to be very hard if there's something on their profile that makes it seem like they're completely opposite of me. So that's how you do. That's one little way that you can actually get into conversation with people. And what does it do? Is oh, what do you do? Oh, what do you do? That kind of thing. So that's that. So, so that was that's the recap of what he had to offer. Like I said, I have to cut this short today, and because I've got something that is, I can't really talk about it. But at any rate, next week, we're going to expand on this. And so I have a homework assignment for you. I'm going to come up with these homework assignments. It's going to be great. You guys are going to love it here. So my homework assignment for you, should you choose to accept it, would be to get those pinned posts up, okay? And really focus in on a brand statement for yourself. So you take that hero story, right? And kind of take a look at it. You've probably already may have spelled it out if you did a business one. You may have spelled it out a little bit in there. But if you can pick out what you're there to help people do, okay? And then do your pin post. So, uh, can you do it? Yeah, you can. I'll work on my pin post too. So I'm going to do that too. And then next week, when we come back here, we can share what we got done. Okay, what we got accomplished. So pin post today, guys, for next week. Okay, and then that bio. Make sure that bio really reflects, uh, what it is you're there to help people with. Because, like I said, he said people are going to glance at this. They're going to glance at this, and then they're going to decide whether whether what you have for them. It's not about what it is for you, it's what it is for them. So that's always, so what's in it for them, WIFT. I heard somebody actually give that as an acronym. What's in it for them? Okay, WIFT. So pin posts and your bio. So let's work on that. And that's it. Have a good one. I got to run, and we'll talk to you next week. All right. Bye.